Yeah, so my name is Ben. You guys all know who I am. I run this channel, obviously. And today I'm going to be joined by Dawn, who I recently met on what was that organization called?
It
Um,
was the Adoptee Empowerment Circle, a part of the Asian Mental Health.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
circle.
Okay. And yeah, we just kind of connected and talked on Instagram messages and kind of really hit it off, connected, and was able to kind of share our experiences and things like that. But I was wondering if you could talk a little bit more about your background and being able to kind of engage with the audience as to why you want to be more involved with the Chinese adoption community.
Yeah, so my name is Dawn. I grew up in Victoria, BC, Canada, and I was adopted when I was 9 months old from Beihai, Guangxi province. And I've lived in Canada my whole life, and I want to be a part of the Chinese adoptee community because I think it's really important to form alliance with fellow adoptees to be able to support each other because I feel like this experience is very specific and very niche. And growing up, I definitely did feel misunderstood um, by like a lot of people around me, and I think it's just really important to like be open and have these discussions and spread light to the issues because oftentimes I feel like our story is overlooked and we're told to just be grateful, but I don't know. I think there's more nuance to our situation since it is an international transracial adoption. There's a lot that can come with it, especially growing up in a predominantly white space. I have had to navigate through a lot of things, and I think it's just really important we speak up about these different topics so it can help people out. And for people who want to adopt, I think it can help them get a better understanding of what they are getting themselves into so they can best support their their child.
Yeah, absolutely. On the topic of how specific and niche our communities are, when I went to a conference in Philadelphia where it was held by the Children Adopt Chinese Adopted Collective Alliance. I'm
Mhm.
getting these organizations' names mixed up, but it was a great conference where we all kind of had realized, even though we shared that same experience of being adopted, being in a transracial adoption situation, and a lot of us growing up in rural white America and things like that, that was actually a lot of our shared experiences. But even then, there's nuances that
Mhm.
able to really engage and try and actually connect with and be able to have the opportunity to even share that, which is huge. And um, to your point of where I want to be involved with this community for parents and the children who undergo adoption because it is, as you said, not black and white, and it's very nuanced and it's very situational, but it's also something where providing that insight and resource for parents is really important for them to understand the challenges that they may end up facing.
Mhm.
For the adoption community themselves, the adoptees, I grew up where I spent 7 years alone in my childhood and I had nobody. And that made me feel very isolated and alone growing up. And I would have loved the opportunities that, though my parents tried to provide that, because I grew up in rural America, I didn't really feel comfortable taking those opportunities to get involved in being with my Chinese culture, being involved in even like that adoption identity. And so it was really hard for me to fit in.
Mhm.